Hello, I am back. I attempted to stream earlier, but I messed up. But that's okay, we're all learning. It's all a process. Hello and welcome, I am the Sauntering Spellcaster, sauntering through your mind and other places. And yeah, this time, things aren't scuffed. I actually know that I'm streaming and I'm actually live this time. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, we got kicked out of our homes. And then we found the people that kicked us out of our homes. We proceeded to fight those people, and we won. But then they took Meru, so now we have to get her back. Well, let's get on with it. Yeah! Okay, that was admittedly pretty dumb. I shouldn't have done that. So, I'm not entirely alone this stream. I don't have another human guest, but, my cat, she wanted to say hi. So, my cat's here. She is, currently sitting on my desk. Just happy to be here. She's not all that talkative, but, you know, she's a good cat. I love my cat. You may call her Boopus. I'm not gonna dox my cat, but, yeah. She's a good cat.
Ooh.
I've been dealing with allergies lately. It's just that time of year where I live. I suppose it can always be worse, though. You know, I really do hope that if folks are watching that, you know, they'll enjoy my stuff. I know I've got a ways to go, I've got a lot to learn, but, that's the ideal, you know? You hope that people will enjoy what you make. Oh, we made the bird mad by taking a bite out of it. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you'd be mad too if someone took a bite out of you. So, yeah, everything considered, things are going pretty well. I've been thinking about, kind of what I want to do with the channel. And I'm thinking, once I kind of get this series done, I'm thinking I can put up a lore video. That'd be kind of fun. And, we can continue streaming different games from there. I'd also like to talk about books and such. I've been wanting to play the Persona series for a while, so I figured it'd be kind of cool if, I not only played through the games, but I thought I could read the books that inspired the games. I could read through Modern Man in Search of a Soul by Carl Jung. I can read through some Greek mythology for Persona 3. I can read the Japanese folk tales that inspire Persona 4. I could read the different pulp and picaresque novels that inspired 5. I look forward to it, you know? I think it could be fun. I think it could be fun. Oh, I haven't shown off this attack yet. Yeah, it does fire damage and it creates a little flame tile. It has its uses. I gotta admit, I'm kind of curious. At what point as a streamer do you get to a point where you kind of have like a regular audience? Because I mean, I've only really done 2 complete streams, and I scuffed up a 3rd one, and this is my attempt at the next one. So I have to wonder, at what point do you really have a lot of people looking at your stuff? Just one of those things I'm trying to figure out, you know? I mean, I gotta put stuff out there for people to learn about me. But it makes you wonder, you know? It makes you wonder. Because there have been folks who have been streaming for years, you know? And they had to start from basically nothing, right? So at what point from nothing to having made stuff do they get to a point where they can regularly expect, you know, to have an audience? I'm curious about that. Okay, Gory, I'm gonna heal us, cause, yeah. Wait, I don't want to move Gory out of the range of healing. Dang, that trunk lash must be crazy fast. It keeps interrupting all of our moves. It's okay, I can still revive Gory, please. And we get our stats up as well. And we level up again. And we get, we actually get a pretty cool attack with Fly Huge Boom. I genuinely like it. Okay, Yum Chop. Yum Chomp. I don't know why I said chop. I think it's because it's a slicing attack. Okay, Kitty, I'm happy that you want to interact with me in the audience. Please don't chew on my cables. I need those. Good kitty. So, Yum Chomp, much like Yum Bite on Pogo, we can use it to heal ourselves. So that's neat. So yeah, Fly Huge Boom. It does a whole lot of damage. If you miss though, you will hurt yourself. Kinda like High Jump Kick in Pokemon. Let's see how much damage it does. Oh, that's not terrible. I am sorry for coughing so much. Allergies are absolutely terrible. So in the last episode, I was wrong. That gate that we just entered, I mistook it for something much later in this chapter. We still have to go through a fair bit before we get to the final boss of this chapter. Wait, are there... I thought there were encounters over here, but I guess not. Oh well. Gory? Well, you're excited. Goodness gracious, Gory, you beat up like 5 people. I mean, we beat up like way more people on the way here, but wow. Ow, kitty. Kitty, you have plenty of food. I fed you before the stream. Kitty? No. No, no. Okay, kitty, no. I'm gonna have to put you out of the room. You're not behaving. I'm back. I just had to put my kitty outside of my gaming room. She's a good kitty. She just really likes chewing on cords sometimes. I've been trying to get her to not do that. She also really likes climbing on me. And that can get kind of annoying when you're trying to play a game. I love my cat though, so I figured while I was thinking about my cat, I might as well tell you a little bit about her. So, when I first got my cat, I didn't get her from an animal shelter. Someone I knew found the cat behind a dumpster, and she was super tiny. Like she would get like her feet stuck in doors trying to get inside the door. Tiny. And the guy who found her, he wanted to make sure that she found a good home. So he talked to a couple of people he knew, including me, and I said, you know what, I'd be willing to look after her. And I've looked after her now for a little over a year. She has really made life fun. I love my cat. She loves playing with the laser pointer. She likes grooming my beard. She's really kind of possessive. She doesn't like it when she feels I'm not paying enough attention to her. She knows that I have an alarm set for 6 in the morning, so she'll get by my bedroom door around 6 in the morning every morning, wondering why I haven't opened the door to play with her. I'm sure other cat owners can relate to that. I love her though. She is great. I love my cat. You know, that reminds me of another thing I love about this game. Because it doesn't have a MP system, you can get into tons of battles and you'll never really have to worry that you won't have what you need to pull off the moves you need to pull off. And we got a stone knife and a pelt and a hard rock. And Gory has proceeded to absolutely demolish several more cavemen. We will meet up with him in a bit. And by a bit, I mean right now. Is there anything over here? No. But, yeah, I'm happy that Gory has, like, I mean, look at him. Look at this gorilla. He's one of the funniest characters that I've seen in a while. Can we please get moving though, Gory? We have things to do. And here we go. Think about how absolutely terrifying it would be if just a caveman and 6 gorillas came at you. Okay, so if I remember correctly, in the SNES original, the gorillas that Gory meets don't do this. You have to go through and just fight tons of cavemen to finally exit through this door. I just think that's kind of cool that they gave the gorillas a little more relevance to the plot. I like things like that. Okay, here's the gate I was thinking about. We are not going through there yet. We still have a lot to do. Also, I love that chanting they do. It is just so neat. Wait. Hold up. I thought... Huh, I guess I was wrong. Earlier when we were walking through here, I thought I could press A on the bone pile to get something, but I guess not. That's one of the fun things about games, you know? As you're going back through a game, sometimes you learn something you didn't see before. Every time you play a game, things just turn out a little bit differently. I think that's kind of neat. Super convenient spot to grind. Just these caves over here. You know, I have to wonder, because like everybody gets allergies or whatever. Everybody deals with pain and things like that. I have to wonder, the people who are really professionals at streaming, they really know what they're doing. I wonder how they deal with that. Ooh. It's been a pretty good day. It's been nice recently. I tried out a new recipe I never did before. I made okonomiyaki. Japanese street food. It's savory pancake. It's got cabbage and other vegetable deliciousness in there. It was pretty good. I honestly really liked it. Oh, I am so sorry. I also recently tried out a Korean corn dog. I'm kind of surprised that fish sausage isn't as big a thing. It was honestly really tasty. It had the cheese, it had the fish sausage, it had the tempura coating. It was nice. I would definitely do it again. And you interrupted my attack. We haven't seen this one yet. I love this game. That is the first in a running series of really morbid jokes throughout this game. I feel bad for that guy. And now, finally, after actually moving the plot forward a little, we can actually properly interact with this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. If I have to reset the counting because of these guys, Well, I'll be a little upset, but it's not too big a problem. I lost count, but let's just keep going. There we go, it clicked. Alright, now we just gotta get over to the cave. And no skill for this level up, but that's okay. The skills you learn as you level up are fixed. You're not gonna wind up in a situation where you don't get a skill that you should have had. Anyway, and here it is. Here it is. Anyone who's seen 2001 knows what this is. Which reminds me, there's only one song that fits the occasion. And it is not the song that comes from this game. It is not the song from the game. No siree. There's only one song that's appropriate to this situation. I am, I'm gonna turn down the, music here to play the song that I think really best fits this. All right, the sound's off. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. So, what do we get from the monolith? The Rock of Rocks. Small, strange rock from big, strange rock. Can use and use and use. Assess and weaken an enemy's attributes. That's not all this thing can do, though. If we were to equip it, look at it. Look at that. Look at that special attack boost. That is absolutely insane. So, let's see the rock in action, shall we? Come on, we just need to get into one encounter. I just want to show off the rock. I'm gonna turn the music back on, don't worry. I just really wanted to do that one joke. It's a spirit element when you use it as an item. Not super high damage, but it has its uses as an item. I think as an accessory, it's way more powerful, but just look at this thing. It binds enemies, lowers their stats, and it summons an angel. That's just neat, you know? And think about it. Way back in the day, way before the internet and all the strategy guides and stuff, if you were to find this item, that meant that you went out of your way to just mess with the game. Just because you wanted to see what could happen. And you know what? I think that's cool. I think the fact that way back in the day, people wondered, hey, what all's hiding in each chapter of this game? And then they found out about that? It must have blew their minds back in the day. And even now, most people know about it. and it's still cool. I love things like that. So yeah, that was neat. Let's turn the sound back on, though. It's kind of eerie not having the music in the game. That's better. We still got a fair amount of grinding to do the other thing. But, let's definitely equip that rock. It's just, I just think it's cool when people make Easter eggs like that. Whenever people find clever ways to reference film or literature or whatever in a inventive way, I love it when people are able to do that. You know, another fun thing about games, you're always learning about new games that you haven't tried yet. I learned about a game recently called Crosscode, and that game looks awesome. And there's a version of it on Switch. Who knows, maybe one day I'll play it. There's a ton of the old Fire Emblem games that I kind of want to play. Sacred Stones looks super fun. There are just so many games. And yeah, games like Elden Ring. I've never even tried Elden Ring. I know, that sounds insane. But I haven't played Elden Ring. There are just so many games out there. And I think it's neat that through the internet, people are able to experience games together. I just think that's cool. It's gonna be a fair amount of grinding before we can do the secret boss that I really didn't want to have to deal with last time we played, because oh boy. That thing is, that thing makes the actual final boss of this chapter look like a joke. But if you beat it, you get really cool stuff. And because there's a particular item, it has a 1 in 3 chance of dropping, I'm gonna probably wind up fighting that thing repeatedly. Once we actually get to the point where we can fight it. Speaking of item drops, there are items so much worse to get than the item that I'm talking about. If you've ever played Earthbound trying to get the Sword of Kings, That can take hours. And then you have items that come from like different quests and things you can do that a lot of them are really good, but they can be insanely annoying or tedious to get. You have Excalibur 2 in Final Fantasy IX. That's not as difficult to get if you're playing the ports on like Steam or Switch or whatever, because it has that speed up function. But imagine back in the day, you can't skip fights, you can't speed the game up 3 times. You're expected to get to the end of the game in under like 24 hours to get an item for Steiner that it's good, but it's not like the most game-breaking thing imaginable. Or you have and I haven't played Final Fantasy X, but I know about the lightning bolt. I know about the lightning bolts. You have to dodge 200 of them. That's a lot of lightning bolts. Oh, my cat is really sad now that she can't come inside and hang out. But I love my cat, but I can't have her chewing on my cables and climbing on me while I'm trying to play. Ah. I really hope if anyone does wind up watching this, I really do hope you're enjoying it. I know I am. This game really is a game that I've come to love. I first played this game when I was going through kind of a depressive moment in my life. And one of the central themes of this game that really comes into the foray way later in the game actually really helped me out with that depressive season. It really is interesting how, you know, stories can do things like that for people. Uh, in case you're wondering why I'm going back and forth, honestly, it's because I like the feeling that I'm still going somewhere as I grind. Sometimes grinding can feel like you're not actually moving anything along. So sometimes I just, you know, as I'm grinding, I like walking back and forth through places I've been. And that's not just in this game, that's something I've done in a lot of games. But, the cavemen that we've been fighting against, they do have a name. They are the Koo tribe. Not particularly difficult, but these guys are actually a super good way to grind. They really are. I wonder if there's a speed run for this game. I mean, I'd imagine there would be. People have sped run basically anything, but I have to wonder, like, if there is a speed run for this game, what's the world record? I am not a speedrunner by any stretch of the imagination, but I have a lot of respect for them. Speedrunners honestly amaze me. They not only get super good at a game, they get so familiar with a game's mechanics that they can use them to their own advantage. I think that's kind of crazy. You have the guys that speedrun Super Metroid. How people would figure out about some of those jumps you can do, I wouldn't know, but they do it. You have the guys that speedrun Symphony of the Night. How they figured out that you could backdash through all that stuff is incredible. And then you have the speedrun of Getting Over It. I haven't played Getting Over It. I figure I probably will at some point though, because that game just seems to be a favorite no matter who is playing it. But I know about Getting Over It, and that is a game that is intentionally made to frustrate you. And somebody looked at that game and said, I'm gonna play it so much that I will break it in half. I will play it so much, get so familiar with it, that I will turn what is meant to annoy me into something I can use as a tool. I think that's kind of cool. I really do. Pogo is an absolute physical monster. Late game Pogo is absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, some of the characters in this game, some of the skills and stuff that they get are pretty wild. One of the characters, we'll talk about him when we get to his chapter. They nerfed him, and he's still one of the best characters in this game. Oh, we'll talk about him, because there's a lot of really cool stuff about his chapter. And we'll get another skill for Pogo at level 16, and I really need to get that skill if we're gonna beat this super boss. So if you are watching, I really do hope I'm not annoying you. I really want to beat this super boss, and it is straight up not possible if we don't get Pogo to level 16. Just a matter of time, really. Gory, I'm fairly sure at this point Gory has learned every skill he can actually learn. He's still pretty useful, but yeah. Gory is not going to be in the end game of this game. I still love him though, he's great. Okay. Huh. There aren't really... This is not a game where there are items or whatever that allow you to gain more experience. There aren't enemies like metal slimes in this game that if you manage to beat them, they give you a ton of experience. This game, if you want to get experience, you really do just have to grind. Which, I mean, okay, I get that. You know, most RPGs, especially JRPGs, you know, fighting enemies to level up, that's just how it goes. And it can be fun, it can be rewarding. I have to admit, when it comes to JRPGs, I really do think, though, that metal slimes are probably one of the greatest inventions that JRPGs have ever made. Because metal slimes, yeah, they're annoying, but there are ways that you can manipulate them. And the games know this. Dragon Quest XI intentionally gives you a way to farm metal slimes. It intentionally does it because it knows, hey, getting a whole bunch of level ups at once is super fun. And, you know, that makes me kind of think a bit. Because in tabletop games, level ups feel incredible when you actually get them. If you're playing old school games especially, because old school games, you don't just get experience from fighting monsters, you get it from getting gold. So if you get a ton of gold, if you manage to survive and get away with a whole bunch of gold, and you level up, it feels incredible because you know that you earned it. There's just something neat about being able to get the game to work for you. Because let's be honest, that doesn't always happen. You know, sometimes you roll bad, sometimes you're playing an RPG and something randomly crits you and you die and you have to restart. But when you can figure a game out, it just feels good. It really does. I did learn something kind of interesting about this game recently. The T-Rex bones that we saw way back at home, turns out that T-Rex, what? I am so sorry. That T-Rex did not go Ow. That T-Rex did not go extinct at the Chicxulub impact. No. Somehow, the T-Rex bones that we saw back at home, some T-Rex, in some way, in a way that would be absolutely insane in real life, somehow survived one of the most insane mass extinction events of all time with the Chicxulub impact. Proceeded to survive for several thousand more years. I'm assuming on sheer spite. And then one day it ran into a random caveman. And this random caveman somehow does what the Chicxulub meteor could not do and proceeds to kill it single-handedly. And that caveman is the elder who kicked us out of our tribe. No wonder he's such a curmudgeon. Man had to fight a T-Rex to make this tribe. And he is not going to see it get torn apart today. Oh, that's some like Baki the Grappler kind of nonsense. Man just fights a T-Rex with his bare hands. I love that kind of nonsense. Man, now I'm curious about the Chicxulub impact. I wonder, like, how insane it actually was. I'ma look it up. I'm gonna look up about this absolutely insane meteor. Okay, so to put this in further perspective, 65 million years ago, a 10 kilometer or 6 miles, 6 mile diameter rock, or again 10 kilometers for those who use the metric system, it struck the earth so hard that it created winds in excess of 1,000 kilometers an hour. So even if you were nowhere near it, the sheer wind, the shockwave of it alone would rip your house apart. That's wild. That is absolutely insane. The dust cloud that it created wound up driving several dinosaur species extinct. Like, wow. Man, it is crazy to think of just how much insane stuff has happened in the history of our planet. Really is incredible. Oh wow, this is even crazier. Chicxulub isn't even the #1 meteor impact. It's not even the #1 impact structure to ever hit this planet. Oh goodness gracious, it's #2. What was #1? What was #1? Oh wow. Oh wow, that's wild. That is absolutely insane. Oh goodness. Oh wow. I wonder, now I want to look up what #1 is. I'm gonna look up what #1 is. Okay, so apparently one of the largest impact events ever is in modern-day Tajikistan, is where it hit. 5 million years ago. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's absolutely horrifying, you know, imagining being anywhere near something that disastrous, but you gotta admit, there's just something kind of cool about it. The impact crater of the largest impact event, and this is just the crater. This is the Earth being moved after being struck. 160 kilometers across. That is absolutely insane. Just wow. Granted, that one happened way before the dinosaurs were around. But man, that is pretty crazy. Apparently, it's called the Redfort crater. It's always cool how things like this can inspire you to learn about the most eclectic, cool stuff. Also, apparently, Chicxulub's crater is 112 kilometers wide. That's a big crater. That is a big old crater. Also, Chicxulub's impact led to the extinction of 75% of the species that were alive at the time. Yeah, that's scary. Anyway, back to the adventure. But, yeah. Nature is scary.
Hunger!
So, I decided to continue looking up stuff about Chicxulub and other meteor impacts. To put this in further perspective, Chicxulub released as much energy as 100 teratons of TNT. What does that mean? Well, that basically means that Chicxulub was the equivalent of Hiroshima times 1 billion. That's, that is absolutely wild. If the energy wasn't absorbed, it would have been anywhere between 26 and 33 times greater than the nuclear explosion at Hiroshima. Wild. Absolutely wild. I don't know where they got the math for that, but I wouldn't even know how you would begin to do the math on that, but I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, something crazy enough to cause the extinction of basically 3/4 of all life on a planet? Yeah, that would be way more devastating than a nuclear explosion.
Hunger!
And we level up again. But we don't get another skill. It's been a bit since I played this game, so I don't remember if we learn a skill at 15, but we definitely learned something at level 16 that is goodness gracious. There is a lot of stuff in this one chapter that's actually pretty busted. So, I mean, we, as cavemen living in the Stone Age, I mean, we saw them using Flintstones cars, and, I mean, it's always funny, the Flintstones cars. But, you know, it's interesting to ask, what kind of tools and technology did they really have? And it turns out they actually had some pretty neat stuff. They had hand axes, they had spears, they had arrows. It's kind of nuts because, you know, you have arrows. Arrows are way more useful for, you know, hunting stuff than just going out with a rock and trying to back its head in. But, hey, I mean, there's just something, it's tropey, definitely. And there's nothing wrong with tropes. Tropes are tools. But there's definitely something about the whole caveman gonna bash things, you know? But, yeah, they had arrows, they had spears. We talked about the Shoningen spears last time. But they also had slings. And slings, well, slings are kind of nuts. Because slings can more or less be the equivalent of a 45. You are hurling a rock at similar speeds that a gun can fire a bullet. Absolutely wild. They also had, you know, harpoons. They had nets, you know, which they used for fishing. They used a variety of stones too. They used sandstone, limestone. They used flint for starting fires. And we use flint nowadays, you know? I just think it's cool. All of these different things that have been around for so long. really is neat. Oh, sorry. Good job, Gory. So, how effective were some of those Neolithic weapons? Turns out they were really effective. Because, about 7,000 years ago, which isn't super long ago when compared to, you know, meteor impacts that took out a third of all life on the planet. But 7,000 years ago, apparently, there were a whole bunch of people that were found dead who, yikes, you know, found in Germany. And, but from what I understand from this article, there was like a raiding party or something. They tried to go in, steal a bunch of stuff from another tribe, and they got absolutely destroyed. They got messed up. They got messed up. And this wasn't like a war, apparently. This was, according to an article I found, the cavemen that came in and tried to do this raid, they got captured and they were executed. They had significant parts of their skull just caved in. So, yeah. So, yeah, warfare, it's been around for a very long time. Another super famous incident of caveman death belongs to a guy that we now call Otzi the Iceman, who He lived around 33,000 BCE, and turns out someone basically punched a spike through his head. Pretty messed up, you know? But yeah. Frozen Man of the Alps. And one of the oldest murder mysteries in the history of mankind. Ain't that kind of interesting? Also, apparently he had tattoos. So, yeah, cavemen had tattoos. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day if you're not careful. History really is fascinating. Oh wait, there aren't any enemies this way. Okay, let's just keep going through back and forth until we get Pogo leveled up as much as we need to get him leveled up. How much experience do we have? Okay, we're 40 out of 100. That's not terrible. It just takes a bit. But it's not impossible. And besides, as we're doing it, I'm getting to learn about stuff. And the game itself is still super fun, so yeah. It just takes a little bit. But you gotta look at little things like that as an opportunity, you know? You gotta see it as an opportunity. You know, I really am kind of curious. Because I'm not an anthropologist. I'm not a scientist. But I gotta admit, it's just cool when people are able to go out and figure out things about people who lived, you know, a really long time ago. You know, people, you know, they go out to like Israel or whatever and they find inscriptions dating back to like King David or whatever. Or people go into Japan and they find like statues or whatever going back to, you know, before the Yamato court was around or whatever. I think that stuff is amazing. And I have no idea how they do it. But I just think it's incredible that people are able to find out so much about the past. We can figure out what people ate by looking at their teeth and stuff. I just think that's neat. I really do. So, another interesting thing I kind of learned about, and I'm no expert, so, you know, I am not an expert, but I like, you know, giving a cursory look into things. And apparently, Neolithic cultures, when it came to children, they were actually pretty involved in raising their kids. Kind of like how Sacagawea carried her son around in a little papoose. Turns out, that's been done for a very long time now. The whole idea of it, of like a community coming together to make sure that kids are okay, it's been around for a very long time. It really is interesting, you know? It really is. It is interesting to note, though, that while people, because people have been around for a very long time, but it's interesting to note that it's only really in the past couple of hundreds of years that human life expectancy has really increased. And the simple truth of that is that a lot of it goes down to hygiene. Simple truth is sickness is terrifying. Nowadays, you know, if a lady, you know, gets pregnant, they give birth and stuff, you know, we've learned a lot about how childbirth works. Because people have been doing it for a very long time. But way back when Pogo would have been alive, it would have been a very real and very scary experience. The idea of like, hey, I'm gonna have a baby. I mean, it's still a scary experience now. It's just one that a lot of medical advances over a very long time has made it a lot less likely that your kid is gonna wind up dying. It's kind of morbid, but it is important to remember. And we level up again. 601 health. That is a lot of health. I wonder how much experience we're getting per fight. Okay, so 5 experience per fight. That's not terrible. I mean, that means that we gotta do, I think like 20 more fights until we reach level 16. That's not unbearable. We can do that. So, yeah. Let's do it.
Finger.
Hey. Hope all of you guys are doing alright. I know I'm certainly doing a lot better. It's not always easy, but I try to keep a healthy outlook on things. I really do. After we're done getting to the next level, I'm not sure if I'll end the stream there once we hit level 16 or not, because, well, there is the super boss that I want to fight, but getting the item from that super boss could take several attempts, and I don't want to spend... I don't want to annoy people who might be watching by continuously trying to fight the same super boss. But one of the items we can get from that super boss is just so incredible that it is absolutely worth it to fight it multiple times over to try and get it. This game has a fair amount of super bosses, actually. Quite a few super bosses. And the items you tend to get from super bosses in this game are really good. So it is absolutely worth it to fight them. You just have to prepare. Just gotta take it one bit at a time. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Huh. You know, you really would think after seeing... I don't even know how many of their clansmen get absolutely bodied, that they would say, hey, maybe we should stop fighting this guy, but no. But hey, if they did do that, it would be really hard for us to grind. So, sometimes you have to take acceptable breaks from reality for a game to make sense. You know, the but thou must thing.
Dang it! No!
And finally we did it. And we learned Bing Bang Boom. I know I've said this a lot about some of the attacks in this game, but Bing Bang Boom is absolutely ridiculous in how much damage it can do. You can hit up to like 800 to 900 points of damage with this thing. And this attack is the reason that I grounded up to level 16. Because without this attack, the super boss that I want to fight is basically impossible to beat. I'm sure someone has beaten it without it, but honestly, why would you want to, aside from being able to say that you did? But even with this attack, the boss is still a fair challenge. As for whether we're gonna fight the boss now, well, I'll save the game, I'll try to find it, and we can fight it the one time. And if we get the item, cool, I'll save again and we can try and fight the final boss. If it's gonna take a while, I might dedicate an entire different stream to trying to get this item, because it took me a little bit to get it the first time I played through this game. But it is entirely worth it to save, reset the fight if you don't get this item, because oh boy, this item. We'll talk about it when we get it. Anyway, let's get out of here with all these cavemen chasing us. And we gotta go all the way back over by where home was. Last time when I was playing, there was the constant rumbling and a prompt to press A. Well, we're going to go and intentionally do that. But first, you want to see just how ridiculous this attack can get? 7 hits, medium damage. It may drop all of our stats, but look at how insane this is. You saw that right. That was 945 damage. There is next to nothing in this game that can actually survive that. But that stat drop is absolute, like, there are ways that you can deal with it, but yeah. I mean, look at that. We missed the attack. Stat drops in this game aren't, you know, they aren't do or die, but they are important to think about. Thankfully, we got plenty of healing items.
Ooh. Ingager.
Ooh. Let's save. Try and find this boss, because finding this guy can be a hassle in and of itself. And let's see where it goes. Let's see if we can even find this guy. Oh, it's rumbling. He's here. Or at least he's around here. Oh, that was the prompt. That was the A prompt. Oh boy. There he is. There he is. Stop running away from me. The Mammoth King. This guy. This mammoth. Notice the song that's playing. This is Megalomania. This is the song that usually plays for the end of chapter bosses. This thing is just so awesome that the only music they could give it was the same music they give to chapter bosses. Anyhow, we're gonna have to be really careful about this thing. Notice it has no weaknesses. It only has resistances. So the first thing we need to do is buff our stats. The next thing we need to do is set up a whole bunch of poison tiles. Not a whole lot of damage, but that's not the point. The reason we do this will become clear later. Okay. Poke bind. Please work. Please work. If we gotta use it a couple more times before it works, so be it. But, yeah. Yeah, this mammoth is not a normal mammoth. This mammoth is a mammoth that was created from the collective nightmares of Paleolithic people. That is the only explanation I can give for how it is able to breathe fire. And the crazy thing is, that's not even its most ridiculous attack. Please work. Okay, yes, it worked. Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness it worked. Okay. Items. Fertility charm again. And here we go. Let's hope this kills it. Okay, not quite, but we can still make this work. Okay, it only has 2 health left. Bash it. Good. I made that look easy, but let me tell you, that boss can be so much harder. Did we get it? Did we get the item? Okay, we got the Fang of the King. That's one of the items. But did we get the item? Okay. Okay, we did not. At least not this time. But that's okay. Because next time, we can keep hunting this mammoth. And we will hunt this mammoth until we get that item. I want to thank you for coming by. And while we're at it, we might as well show what the Fang of the King does. Fang of the King. Actually a really good piece of equipment. It, pretty solid attack boost. It also proves that you took down, you know, the King Mammoth. So, that's cool. But there are things that are much cooler that we can get from the King Mammoth. So we will try again next time. And, thank you all for coming. I really do appreciate it. I will see you again.